Previously on Twilight's Edge. With the outcast king defeated, the party destroys the remaining orcs easily. In the aftermath of the battle, they find 2 chests filled with treasure and the crooks they came for. There is no longer reason to stay in this wretched place. Using a set of magical doors, the party teleports to the safety of the Limestone Theater and back to where this entire mission found its beginning.
Hello, and welcome back to the final episode of Season 2 of Twilight's Edge on Tumble Through!
Tumble Through!
Hi, I'm Krifu. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm GM and host for this show. Welcome back to the finale, everyone!
Woo!
No, I don't want to know. Well, okay. I'm still Aida. My pronouns are she and her. I play Sombra. His pronouns are she and they. Sombra is a bright Kaya monk.
Punch.
Pout.
Hi, I am Anna. I use the it pronouns, and I play Lowen, he, they pronouns, so he's a Hellspawn Nephilim wizard.
Hi, kia ora, I'm Evan. I play Nico, who is a Rainfall Orc Leaf Druid, and both our pronouns are he, him.
Howdy, my name's Marcus, pronouns are he, him, and I play Zehkhun, the Grave Orc Oracle, also pronouns he, him.
We did it, everyone!
We did it! We did the
Yes,
thing!
we did it.
It was a lot of work, but we made it to the other end of the Trials of Larazad.
It was a lot.
Felt like forever. Yeah, this felt like a very long chapter.
I think it took about as long as the first season.
Oh yeah, for sure. But it felt like I feel like I aged at least 2 years.
I think Nico's got a few grey hairs now.
Yeah. Lowen's hair is even whiter somehow.
It becomes them.
Thank you.
It's interesting how much more stressful an adventurer's life is when they're fighting monsters on stage in front of nobles and having to recite lines.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
It's like, you're spinning plates. Would you also like to be riding a unicycle?
Yeah.
That is an excellent
Pretty
description.
much.
Yeah.
And roll this math rock, otherwise awful things will happen to you.
Yeah.
Luckily, well, I can't say no more awful things will happen today, but they will. Let's see what happens.
Ouch. What the heck does that mean?
Our party is quickly sneaking through the back streets and alleyways of Rego Skripa as they head from the Limehouse Theater to the southeast towards Wanderer's Grove. They quickly make their way to Katsira's cottage, which is very obvious to find here because its thatched roof is filled with songbirds, who in the dawn light have already begun singing on this, the 22nd of Desnus in late spring.
Must be early summer, probably, isn't it? May, June, July? June?
Spring.
Summer isn't June is technically still spring.
Spring,
April, May,
halfway.
June.
Like
Late
21st
spring,
of
then.
June, I think summer starts.
The longest day of the year is the beginning of summer.
Yep.
So it's still, I would say it's rather cool this morning as you make your way to the cottage. And Nico has a key since he sometimes sleeps here.
Yeah. Click. Let's go. Come in. Inside.
The 4 of you plus Fugo make your way inside the cottage. At the moment, it is empty, so you have time to sort of relax, take your shoes off. Maybe there's a bucket of cold water somewhere where some of you can begin washing off the blood and slime and ick.
That.
Okay. I'll start washing myself and Fugo, and assessing the damage to poor little Fugo. How's he look?
Fugo is still rather injured, but you can, because I think they got like 7 hit points out of 25, so they're pretty bloodied.
Oh gosh, we'll patch you up. You just need a good rest, and you'll be okay. I hope Katsira's fine. We left them waiting for us, and we just magicked ourselves here. So I really hope they're going to be okay. I was going to say, Sombra, I know it's relatively safe. I just wanted to say thank you for offering to chase down that assassin for me. I know you would have done it, and I could see you might have wanted to do it, but you listened to me and you didn't, so I appreciate that.
Thanks for not asking me to do it. I mean, and Sombra sort of takes Nico's hand, the one where he brutally eviscerated the Ort, and like holds it in both her hands. How did that feel?
At the time, I don't think I was quite myself, and it felt good. But in the cold light of day, it doesn't feel good at all.
That's right.
I understand.
So, yeah.
Okay. Sponge?
Yes. You do yours, I'll do mine. You do yours. Sorry, I'll do yours and you do mine.
Sponge.
Sponge.
About an hour later, let's say 8 a.m., because it took you a while, maybe like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You were taking some back ways to get there. So if everyone's okay with 8 a.m., shortly before 8 a.m., the sound of a wagon pulls up outside, and coming in are a very, very tired-looking halfling woman with light brown skin and curly hair, Kithsira T-Whistle, and the Pathfinder lady, I think as we referred to her a few times.
Yes.
Was it Aelin?
Aelin.
Said with full
Aelin.
disdain.
Aelin, yeah.
The pale human woman, Aelin, come in, and they're both stunned to see you all here.
Shh! Keep your voices down.
So sorry. Come in.
Oh my goodness! And Kithsira runs up to you, Nico, and gives you a big hug.
Hug.
Oh, I was so worried.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I know. We were meant to meet you, but a lot has happened. Please, come in. Aelin, come in. Close the door. We don't want to be spotted.
Aelin rubs her eyes. We stayed up all night, outside, fighting off shadow creatures, waiting for you, and you're here?
Yeah, I'm sure your night was rough, but not as rough as what we've just been through. So please just come in and accept my apologies. I'm sorry you were up late.
Oh, well, of course, Kithsira says. And I'm so sorry we were late. We dropped off a colleague of Aelin that has come to help. They're staying at a tavern nearby.
I sort of make eyes at the rest of the party.
Another Pathfinder.
Sombra mouths more of them.
Just the one, and they're going to be quite a help, I promise you this, Aelin says. But, sorry, I am very exhausted, and you can tell that Aelin has some, scratches and wounds on her as well.
To be fair, there's a lot of things that did not go as we planned or tried to foresee them, and we had to improvise a lot along the way.
A lot.
Yes.
But we got what we came for.
Aelin's eyebrows go up, her eyes hopeful.
So, good job surviving. I mean that genuinely. There's a payoff. Let's go talk.
So I think we sit down inside Kithsira's cottage, and Kithsira begins busying herself with making tea, and I think pulls out some stale is not the right word, but some old scones.
Oh, look here. Can I help? Can I help do some cooking, please? I just need. It would be such a good distraction from what we've all been through. Please, I just need something wholesome to create for all of us.
Please, you know where everything is.
Okay, and I'll go off and start getting busy and making breakfast.
Is the rest of the party, in the meantime, giving Aelin the abridged version of events, with perhaps leaving out details such as an assassin that was after us that we didn't finish up and everything? Basically like a TLDR for her with the important points about it, leading all the way up to us having found the crux?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Sombra would mostly be answering questions.
Yeah.
And then keeping out because
Smart.
Sombra's not much of a storyteller.
I think Lowen's actually taking some time for himself. He sat somewhere in a corner, crisscross applesauce, flicking through the spell book, but letting the others do the talking for once.
Yeah, Zehkhun is definitely doing the talking on that, just really putting together the entire narrative and filling in Aelin on those on the necessary information, but leaving out especially that assassin part. That's info that's not relevant for her and only for us.
Yeah, smart.
Aye, that is certainly quite a tale. So much in one night. A murder play, a party, and I never expected the knot to be that?
None of us did.
She looks truly perplexed. I knew that the arcane might of House Thrun was powerful, but to create pocket dimensions like this for fun, it's a lot.
Do you think it's maybe an indication of what we could expect once we get into Delvehaven?
Please tell us you know more about what's happening in Delvehaven.
Unfortunately, I can't say what sort of... I know that House Thrun has put up quite a formidable magical trap outside of Delvehaven, one that our sponsor, she blinks a few times, like knowingly at all of you, has revealed to me. We should be able to bypass it without triggering any of these invulnerable spheres that would trap you inside. Quite a dangerous magic from what I understand. But within, House Thrun sealed it back in 4676 AR, and something happened that caused the deaths of all the Thrun pathfinders that were within, and which is why the house sealed it. I'm hoping that this, and she points at the crux, has more information inside.
So we need to crack this first. This is a puzzle box.
If I may, she extends a hand towards the crux.
I think if it was laying out on the table, it probably would have been like on top of a like leather square, as all adventurers tend to have. And Sombra like very gingerly slides the whole leather piece underneath the crux forward.
I imagine also, due to the nature of the crux, just like having this conversation and looking at it in between, again, there's this weird warping effect on it that it almost looks like you look at it through kind of like a distorted lens, or that you're looking at it at a weird bend so that you see more sides that you should be able to see. I can imagine that that's really weird to look at during the conversation.
This crux is not a unique object. They are not common, but there are properties of which I'm familiar with. And she kind of picks it up and rotates it, and you can see the 12 different runes on each side. Again, weird as you're looking at it. How many sides are there? I know there are 12, but something's not right. The runes must be traced, and she holds a finger on one of the sides and traces the rune, and it begins glowing in a specific order. I do not know the...
Wait, are you gonna open it right now?
I'm going to try.
Lowen immediately looks up and starts paying attention.
Porridge?
Is this something that should happen now, or do we need like time to prepare again?
Is there anything that's going to jump out of it at us?
Well, only if I'm incorrect in the order. Perhaps a few steps back would be cautious.
Can I aid?
It's just random.
Oh, alright.
And she moves away and begins tracing the runes on all 12 sides. And as soon as she gets to the third rune, the light flashes and fire emits out onto her. And she drops the crux onto the table as she holds her burnt hand. Okay, so attempt number 1 is a fail, but the process, at least, is certain.
Lowen took notes of the runes that were wrong. Attempt 1. Please.
Do you have a safe space to try that again? And Sombra sort of, as she's saying, gets up. If there were any curtains, Sombra is immediately drawing them because a flash of fire happened here.
I'm staying here with Kasira. I don't have any other space in the city.
Are you gonna burn down her nice house?
Do you have any suggestions, Sombra?
There are some dilapidated, less traveled places in the northern parts of the city.
In the Cater? But
What's that face?
Yeah.
it just doesn't seem very secure.
Oh, it's not really secure, but there's worse places in the world.
I live in the Cater. It's nice. It's got nice parts.
Fine, then we can resume experimentation somewhere in the Cater. Presumably a place with an overnight accommodation?
Bring your sleeping roll.
It's been a while since I've had to use it, but a Pathfinder always comes prepared.
Wow.
I guess they do.
I can imagine just a
Yeah, that was
They have this guidebook or something, this little notebook.
She is she's looking a little worn down and beat up right now, but she has this fancy jewelry. She's a regal woman, a scholar and a gentlewoman.
Who almost burned down the hut.
Yeah, I wonder why this party doesn't like her.
We're assholes.
Yeah.
That also.
If you'd like, Sombra, then if you would like to hold on to the crux until we can meet to begin experimenting, feel free. You've earned my trust after all of this.
And you survived the night. You've proven yourself capable. And Sombra will slide back the leather square, wrap it up, and put it back into her big-ass bag.
I'm lucky we had help. My colleague will be joining us for the remainder of this mission. I hope you do not mind.
Who decided that?
We did.
We?
I and my colleague, who has been a big help to my department.
Hey, porridge, anyone? I got porridge. I found some oats. I found some honey.
Oh, yes, please. Yes. And Zehkhun takes a bowl and immediately
Big
starts
steaming
shuffling. This is good.
Thank you. And hand a bowl out to everyone who's hungry and wants some breakfast.
This tastes better than any of the crap they served last night.
Absolutely.
Oh, and speaking of which, look, Jeremy's perked up a bit, and pulls a snake out of a
Jeremy?
Jeremy.
Wow.
Nico's menagerie grows.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
I went back to just look at the spell book.
So then that means you need time to get this configuration right on the crux. You're going to do some experimenting with it. And once you have it open, that will help us get into Delvehaven.
The key should be within, yes.
And we're going to be joined by another Pathfinder.
Yes, but one who is quite trustworthy, I assure you. The society itself isn't completely aware of what I'm doing here.
Interesting.
Unfortunately, we have no legal rights to operate within Cheliax, and if the rest of House Thrune knew what we were doing here, well, have any of you ever heard of the Darklight Sisterhood?
Have we? Have the native Askrani?
I mean, I could
Yeah.
have you roll for it, but it's supposed to be a super secret thing, so I won't.
I have Underworld Lord. No, just kidding.
It's much easier to say. No, you don't. So you all shake your heads as she asks that. After Thrune exiled the Pathfinder Society from Cheliax, they created their own secret version of the society called the Darklight Sisterhood. If you meet any women with the surname Darklight, they are part of it, and they are secret spies for the crown. It's possible that there are Darklight Sisters within the city, and if they were to find out what we were doing, it might wreck all of our plans and put our sponsorship in danger.
Oh, good thing we have a way to identify them. Then why would you all take on the same surname of the super secret group?
Doesn't sound very secret, does it? For super secret, it's not very
Yeah,
secret.
that's a weird move.
It does not, but most people know nothing about the Sisterhood or that Darklight is the surname. You are probably one of the few people in the city who are aware of it now.
Alright. I'll keep an eye and an ear out.
We will need some time to work on this crux, but we also need some sleep. I realize now how unwise it was to try and open it immediately, but excitement got the best of me.
You weren't followed last night on your way here?
We made certain of it. We tried, at the very least. And we took a roundabout way to drop off my colleague at accommodations called the Smokestack Tavern, so there's not a direct line following us here from the mayor's mansion.
Well, in that case, it's up to our host. Are you feeling all right, Katsir, or should we scatter?
Oh, I'm quite all right. I mean, I would like to lay down at some point, but I'm not forcing you or rushing you out by any means. Of course, if you want to return to your own homes, I fully understand. But everyone is welcome to stay for as long as you need.
I would like to go home.
As much as I would like to stay here, I've been quite absent from the Pleat for quite a few days now, and I need to check in with what's happening there.
Yeah, I don't want to impose on you anymore, Katsira. It's been quite an ordeal, and last time I saw Vidi was a little bit awkward. I'd like to make sure that, I want to go back and just let him know that we survived. He was very worried about us, about me.
She nods. Of course, I understand.
All right. Then we'll all meet back here, like, tomorrow or something then.
Perhaps it would be wiser to meet closer to the Obergen Gate, I think it's called, if we're going to make our way into the Cater for experimentation.
All right, let's do that then.
Meet at the gate, then.
Yeah.
At the gate
Yes.
tomorrow.
What time?
Morning.
Very vague, but sure.
8:45. I don't know.
My diary's. Yeah, can we make it?
We literally had a thing at the start of the season about times being vague and Lowen not knowing when to show up.
So I think with that, the four of you make your way back home.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
most of us will be like heading
Yeah.
into the same direction, but we then slowly like scatter off into our respective directions. So we start off as like a group walking away, and then we go back to our places one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs.
There are 2 objects that need to be identified that we picked up.
There's the pin, the winged helm, and the golden scarab.
Let's start with the scarab because it is in.
It's in my pouch.
So, Nico, you need to make a identified check.
Oh.
You can roll Arcana, Nature, Religion, or Occultism by clicking the buttons in chat.
Oh, yeah, cool.
These are secret checks.
I think it's probably going to be nature.
Arcana, Creighton's crossover.
Oh, yeah, let's do that. Because yeah, I like that. Ooh.
Question mark.
You don't know. You don't know what this is. And I think we should retrain Creighton's crossover to do Religion, maybe. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're better at that.
Yeah.
But this is at least allowing you to make nature checks or Arcana checks.
Yeah.
So there is that. Go ahead and make a nature check now.
Okay. Oh, the faces, no.
You recognize this as the scarab is acting as a rune stone, which means that the rune on it is meant to be transferred to
Ooh.
a weapon or armor.
Okay.
But you just don't know what kind of rune it is.
Okay.
You cannot try to identify this rune again
Yeah.
for a day.
That's all right.
While we're walking, can I have a go at trying to identify the winged helm?
Yes, you can.
Depending on what skills it needs on that.
It's what I refer to in my head as a spellcraft check, which means Arcana, Nature, Religion, or Occultism.
All right, I'm gonna try religion on this one. There we go. Another set of question marks.
This is a helm of looking really badass. And when you put it on, you're gonna look so badass.
Oh, that looks like something for Sombra.
As we're walking still as a group, and I'm handling that helm, I look over at Sombra, and I just like hold it like in front of her to like get like
Oh my
an image
God.
of what it would look like. I think this completes your look.
I think our other spellcasters would realize that Zehkhun totally
Messed up.
botched that.
Yeah.
I see nothing wrong with this statement. What are you all talking about?
I put the helm on Sombra. Yeah, it is really cool. It is really cool.
As you're walking, you're getting some looks
Oh,
because
fuck.
this is clearly an angelic-shaped helm
Oh.
in a devil-worshipping country.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Lowen's like quickly like, no.
Yeah.
Like takes the helmet off Sombra, like, let's not do that in public.
For the brief moment it was on Sombra's head, did she feel anything?
Some magic. Yeah. You felt, and magic is probably a little strange for you. You've begun tapping into it. So there was a little tingling in it, but no, otherwise.
Wait, I kind of like that. What is that exactly?
Can I try? I don't know if there's a rule if someone else tried it that you can't identify it anymore. Or...
You can. It's just that
Okay.
person cannot do it for the next day.
So I could hand the scarab to someone else?
Yeah, Lowen just like sort of took it off Sombra's head and then kind of like hit it a little bit and then starts trying to identify it.
While you do that, the people that were like close by looking, I was like, fancy dress party. We're going to a fancy dress party.
Wow.
Lowen, unfortunately, you know this helm isn't a helm of badassery, but you don't know what kind of helm
It's
it
a
is.
helm of badassery.
Damn, I've got a plus 13 to Arcana and I didn't. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
No.
See,
Okay.
I have a plus 11 to religion. I think this is a helm of badassery.
This is a
just...
helm of badassery.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't know what it is, but it's not.
There are things you don't know.
The universe is wide and complex.
It's very annoying.
Can we just pass the magic items
Yeah,
around?
can we pass around?
Okay, so 30 minutes later,
Oh, jeez.
this takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
at some point, you are walking to the Pleat.
Yeah.
I think a 30-minute walk to the Pleat from the Wanderer's Grove is okay. Maybe it would take even longer, honestly, to get there. Nico, as you look at this, you identify the magic within this helm.
Tell me the magic.
This is a Cassissian helm.
Bless you.
A small feathered wing is attached to either side of this ornate brass helmet. A visor on the front lowers to cover your face. While wearing the helmet, the Cassissian helmet, you gain a +1 status bonus to AC and saves against unholy creatures and effects.
Whoa.
And once per hour, you can lower the visor and send eye beams out of it.
This is so cool. I need for the listeners to like paint a mental picture of the moment Krifu named the thing. Marcus started vibrating in his seat in
bouncing.
excitement. It's really fun.
Cassissian helmet is so cool.
Cassissian helmet.
Did Zehkhun and Lowen want to also try the scarab?
Yep.
Yeah.
Please.
Two things.
Yeah,
Find all
I'll-
the things, please.
Okay, so Lowen got it in the second 20 minutes. Although technically Lowen was identifying something else in the second 20 minutes, but whatever.
Timey-wimey.
Timey-wimey, yeah.
The rune on here is a rune of Golem Bane. So when you apply the Bane rune to a weapon, it does extra damage to the type of creature. In this case,
Golems. Constructs.
I'm having a feeling we're going to be fighting
Yeah,
golems
that-
in chapter.
Imagine
all-
Sombra punching a golem broken.
And it was all in a box that featured a picture
Yeah.
of a bunch of golems
Yeah.
attacking a city wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
because of the scarab, I had the feeling this box came from Osirian.
Yes.
I think there's a mention in one of the items that we got that it includes stuff from Assyrian. I read through the descriptions of the items and it mentions Assyrian in there.
One of the books, maybe.
Yeah, one of the books. Yeah.
Yeah, so one of the mayors must have collected this at some point.
Yeah.
Just in case golems attack the city, I suppose.
Just in case.
We have the last pin, so I will post these, and all three of you can make checks in this half-hour walk. Technically, Sombra can, if you're trained in one of these three things. Okay, then
Sombra
no.
is not. Aida shaking head. If punching helps reveal it, I can help.
All three of you succeeded. I'll give it to Zehkhun since he's the only one who hasn't identified something yet.
Is it a pin of badassery?
No, it is a soft landing pin.
Oh.
This item creates a small cushion of air that catches you when you fall. You treat falls as 10 feet shorter.
That's useful.
So while you're wearing it, you can activate it as a reaction.
And if you activate it with the reaction, you even get the gentle landing spell on you, which which you raise a magical updraft to arrest a fall. The target's fall slows to 16 feet per round, and the portion of the fall during the spell's duration does not count when calculating falling damage. If the target reaches the ground while the spell is in effect, it takes no damage from the fall. The spell ends as soon as the target lands.
We should have given it to the spiders that fell from the ceiling.
Alright, so a pin, a very cool helmet, and the runestone. We need to take some time in the coming days to spread these around a little.
Yeah, we have plenty of time together.
I think we're almost at the pleat, so we'll talk about this later.
Yeah, I turn off here actually.
Yeah, me too.
I meant what I said, Zehkhun. I don't mind having a chat later.
I'll keep you to that.
Alright. Say hi to everyone for me. I'm going to bed.
Please, all of you, take a shower, please. Just a really thorough one.
You've never seen a shower before
No.
yesterday.
Well,
And you never will again.
that breaks my heart.
Yeah.
The four of you split off to your separate ways. Sombra back to her apartment on the eastern side of Rego Krua. Lowen back to their apartment on the western side of the Krua. Zehkhun to the Pleat, and Nico has a little bit longer to make his way to the Ramble Gardens and the Arboretum. Nico, by the time you get home, it's probably closer to 10, 11, let's say midday at this point, because we had breakfast and all of that.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. The wilderness.
The Leshies are so happy to see you in Fugo.
Yay. Oh, we're home. Oh.
What a warm welcome. There's these chirps and rustling of leaves and things. The spring vibe here is so strong and so nice. And you make your way towards the back of the arboretum where your cottage is nestled. And the garden that you planted with Sombra's seeds is in full bloom in the backyard.
She is going to love it when she comes around. Oh, I can't wait to show her.
But no one's home.
Biddy! Biddy, I'm home! We're alive!
You're kind of looking around, and Fugo hops up on a table and sort of makes a noise and stamps his foot on a piece of parchment that is on the table.
What you got there, buddy? What's this? What is this? I'll have a look it up and scan it.
Oh no.
It's a note.
It's the shopping list that Viddy forgot for milk and cigarettes.
That's it.
Dear Nico, I don't know how to say this or put it into words that will make this any easier. But I can't help but think about us and the things we've been through. And being the partner of an adventurer is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I really hope you made it back safely, but I can't stay and wait for you to come. I've gone to my parents outside the city for a while, and I hope I'll see you if I come back. All the love in the world. Viddy.
Nico, hands are shaking a little bit and just slumps into a chair at the table and just absentmindedly strokes Fugo. Deep breaths. Okay, he's gone. Fugo, he's gone. Didn't even say it to my face. Just, I know it was hard. I know it was hard on him, but I was trying to do it for us, trying to do it for everyone, just trying to make this place better for all of us. Now it's just us.
And Fugo pats your shoulder as the camera fades to black. Later that day, I think, Zehkhun, you're in the plate when the sun is on its way down. It's May, late May, so sunset's probably not until, 6:37 maybe. Not a bad time. You've been resting, I'm assuming, refocusing, bandaging some wounds, what have you. I don't know how the state of you at the very least. And Ravaja, who was probably one of the only ones who knew what you were doing, has checked in on you and brought some food, and I think comes once more and knocks on the stone wall outside of the leather tarp that acts as the doorway into your apartment here in this space that once used to be a massive prison complex that has now been rehabilitated and refurbished by the Orc Hold of Westcrown. And in Orcish, Zehkhun, are you awake? You decent?
Decent enough for now, I reply in Orcish. You already brought me food, you don't need to bring me anything else, Ravaja.
Unfortunately, the tarp opens and she comes in, and we see this older Orcish woman. Older, she's the same age as you. We forget that Zehkhun is older than everyone else here.
Middle-aged guy?
I am bringing you some bad news. I don't know. It's quite a surprise to me. Never expected to see one of them here, but here she is. There's a Valen Thrune looking for you.
Valen Thrune?
Yeah, no guards, no nothing, just here.
Not even her husband with her?
Nope, just drinking some mead, I guess. Taking in the sights. I really don't know what to do with her.
I've met her at that dinner I told you about.
Yeah, she mentioned as such that she has plans for you? Do you know anything about this?
Plans for me, but hopefully plans for us.
I can't say. Do you want me to bring her to you, or do you want to meet her outside?
Is she down in the hall?
I left her drinking mead. Don't know what else is happening.
I'll walk down with you. I'll have a talk with her. My last conversation with her was pleasant.
All right. Good to have you back. It's been a weird week without you.
And I clap Ravaja on her shoulder. It surely was a very interesting week. Have you ever tried performing in a play?
No, and I don't want to.
don't try it. No, it's not worth the effort.
But we had a lot of fun watching you all at the Limehouse the other night. I'm sure it was just like that. And she smiles and winks.
Did you like the beard?
You could try it out, I guess, as we're walking down. The Lenthroon is indeed sitting at one of the long bench tables that the orcs have set up here for their eating and drinking and communal stuff. She's wearing quite a utilitarian, I don't want to say jumpsuit, but it's kind of similar to that. Quite good quality, as like for sure, leather.
Activewear.
Activewear, that's what she's got. She's got royal activewear.
Wow.
I love it.
Is there like a minimum safe distance of space around her that no one's sitting?
Definitely. Absolutely. I think you maybe see like one really brave male orc who's like talking to his buddies. Is like, yeah, I'm gonna go.
He's hyping himself up. Yeah.
And as you're walking up, you see him like swaggering over to her, and she just like looks up from her meat at him, and he immediately turns around and walks away.
Smart orc.
Love that. Love that.
Zehkhun, I took you up on your invitation. What a interesting place this is.
On my way here, I also grabbed a cup of mead for myself, and I sit down across from Velen, and I say, I think you're aware that this used to be a prison.
Yes, quite aware. It's nicer now.
The sounds in here are more beautiful when they are cheers of joy and laughter. And I think, despite what many of my people have gone through, they bring a lot of laughter and joy to this place.
And income. I hear the taxes coming out of the Pleat have been quite a boost to West Crown's treasuries.
We want to improve the place that gives us a home. So we are glad to pay these taxes.
And she puts the mead down in front of her and turns to you. And that's exactly why I'm here, Zehkhun. We have an opportunity in front of us. Now, I'm loath to leave West Crown so quickly after returning. There is an event happening in Agorian, the capital, if you're not aware. She sort of smirks.
I've heard of it.
Typically a short boat ride up the River Adivian. We could travel with magic if you prefer a more swifter experience. I don't. Some people have preferences.
You said we.
I'm inviting you to travel with me to Agorian and to present yourself to the court there.
What exactly would I be doing at the court there? Am I there as a representative of my people? Am I an attribute to any of your plans? What is my purpose there?
Your purpose is to shake things up. The court in Agorian, well, they're so far removed from the things that are actually happening in Cheliax, and of course, all across Avistan. That is why the Balks and Orcs are here in the first place. I want to have you there to confront them with the reality of the situation, and to show that you're just like us. Well, you're just like other Chelaxians. Of course, nothing like my family. And perhaps find a way to garner some extra attention and support for the Pleats. As far as I know, our dear Lord Mayor has had no plans on investing back into your community. We could change that.
You say that these nobles in Igorian need to learn of the reality of things. What is that reality according to you?
I thought mostly it would just shock them seeing an orc live and in person.
So that is what I am then. Shock value.
That is what you will appear to be. What you make of this opportunity is for us to find out.
Do these people in Igorian know what my people are experiencing in their homelands? What they are doing, the fight they are fighting, that even keeps Cheliax safe?
Probably not personally. Most of the nobles in the court are sniveling fools with no real power in the way that you and I share. And she sort of like wiggles her leather-gloved fingers, indicating magic and skill. They are quick-witted, sharp-tongued, which is helpful for them in their daily lives, I suppose. But no, not all of them are generals or soldiers or diplomats, ambassadors. But they do have deep pockets. And we could find a way to raise West Crown up to a status it has not enjoyed in nigh a century.
Will I have the freedom to speak however I please when we're there?
I hope so. That's sort of the intention.
Zehkhun takes a long sip from his mead.
As a member of my retinue, you would, of course, be mostly protected, unless you were to curse at the queen or something. Then even I couldn't save you.
And you believe that these people that you call fools yourself, that if they are swayed by whatever shocking stories I tell them, by what truth I lay at their feet, that can help my people here?
You are a very charming person. Every single person at that party last night was ensorcelled by you. That is not a skill that most people have, not even at court. I believe that you would be able to sway people with your words.
Zehkhun looks away to the side. He just looks around this central square of the Pleat at all the people around here, the market stalls, the children playing, the conversations, that one orc who is hyping himself up again to go for another walk past Velen. He is taking that all in. He's just pondering, because this is an enormous opportunity for his people. But Zehkhun also is not done here. There are people that are counting on him for this next job. But he also knows that these people are super capable, that they could pull this off without him. He's clearly and visibly on the outside torn, and before Velen can say anything else, he says, "When would you need us to leave?"
Tomorrow.
I need to settle a few things before we leave. I have responsibilities towards people, not just my people here in the Pleat, but to friends of mine.
Understood.
I need some time in the morning to catch up with them.
Then, would you prefer boat or spell?
When does one get the chance to travel by magic? I have never done it before.
Then I will meet you here at midday tomorrow.
Very well. I thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I also thank you for your bravery to come here all alone. At least I've been trying to look around the place. I don't see anyone else with you.
I have been in far worse places than this, trust me. This is cozy in comparison.
The way some of the people at the mayor's dinner party were making this place sound made it sound like it was one of the most horrible places to be.
For some of them it would be. I find it quite exciting.
That tells me some interesting things about you, Lady Thrune. Or am I allowed to call you by the first name?
Not anymore, I'm afraid.
I was afraid that there was some etiquette to be applied.
Outside of the cornucopia, we must adhere to some of our traditions.
Very well then. Lady Thrune, we will reconvene here tomorrow at midday.
Feel free to bring someone if you need an assistant or something.
I'll see who I can take along.
All right then, till tomorrow.
Till tomorrow.
And she stands, from her hip, she's got a holster with like several wands in it. Pulls one out, just sort of waves it in the air and teleports away.
Nice.
I imagine that one orc dude somewhere behind Zehkhun just says something like, "Okay, that is so cool," in orcish. But Zehkhun is just still sitting on the bench, and is just still very slowly drinking his mead as he's in his head preparing for tomorrow for some conversations that he will not enjoy.
So tomorrow comes... The next day, I need a fortitude save from Sombra.
Oh no.
yeah.
Am I all better? Do I have still my drain condition? I slept, right?
You do not have your drain condition anymore.
Yeah.
So everyone's at full health, because I'm sure that there was healing done at some point.
I get spells.
All right. Fortitude save from Sombra.
No whammies.
Oh.
Total 30.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
42 went back up. That's enough,
Okay,
right?
so You are no longer sick with blinding sickness.
Perfect.
Unfortunately, these diseases didn't do much.
Unfortunately?
Unfortunately, yeah, I was hoping for like some drama of like days getting sick and then trying to get better but
I'm sure you'll try again.
I have one other thing that will come up at the very, very end of this.
Exciting.
Amazing.
So Sombra wakes up probably feeling good, not knowing that they dodged a blinding sickness. Stage 2, you would be enfeebled. So the first day, you're a carrier with no effects. Second day, you're enfeebled, 1. Third day, you're enfeebled, 2. Fourth day, you are enfeebled, 2 and permanently blinded.
Damn.
Fifth day, you are enfeebled, 4. Sixth day, you're unconscious, and on day 7, you die.
Wow.
So, yeah, that would have been a nice roller coaster of going up and down. But with a plus 11 on your save, you only needed 12 or higher to save. So it's not like it was...
This is a critical success.
Oh, well.
Like Sombra literally just like went into her flat and literally passed out flat on the floor, and then would have woken up refreshed, but in the empty cobweb-stricken apartment with all the treasure and loot from the dungeon around her, but alone in the dark room, be like, oh yeah, I got used to people. God damn it, let's go.
So we follow Sombra making her way uptown and to the Obrigan Gate, where Aelin is waiting along with Lowen and Nico and Zehkhun. And Sombra, as you walk up, I would assume that Lowen and Nico and Aelin all kind of have frowns on their faces.
What? We bathed. The stuff we were swimming in, it's gonna take a couple of days to get rid of all the smell, okay? What?
It's not about any kind of smell, Sombra.
Be direct.
I've just already informed the others, but I will unfortunately not be able to further join you in the exploration of Delvehaven.
Why are you unable?
There is an opportunity that has come up for the Orcs of the Pleat. I will be traveling to Egorian to capitalize on that opportunity, and I will do my best to improve the situation of my people in this city, the reason that I came to Westcrown for. And I do so with a heavy heart because it means that I am leaving you behind on this job that I wanted to finish together with all of you.
Oh, that's right. Just another man I love leaving. Fuck's sake.
What do you mean, Nico? Wait,
And
what?
And Nico, if you look at him, he doesn't look great. It doesn't look like he's rested very well. He's got a gourd full of wine or whatever, and he's drinking it and kicking stones. Fugo is not on him. Fugo's stood off to the side a bit, and he's got speech, by the way. No, maybe it's just a big joke. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe they're just having some fun at all our expenses. Is it a joke, Zehkhun? Is it a joke? It's not a funny joke.
It's not a joke, and I'm sorry to bring you this news on top of the news you got from Vidi.
Okay.
Zehkhun, if Nico allows it, is actually going to give Nico a hug, like really just a good steady hug that he can cry into.
He takes the hug. He just leans straight onto your chest and is just sobbing. You're coming back, though. You at least are coming back.
I will be coming back. I don't know when. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I really want you to understand that this is something that will help the Orcs of the Pleat and will help Westcrown. And if there's something I've learned from our jobs together, is that all of you, and he takes like a good look at each of you, you all want to improve the city in your own way, with your own methods. But that's what we're united in. We think this place can be better. Because I know that all of you are already better than when we met.
Well, that's because you were around.
When you say that, Nico, through sort of like blurry, teary, bloodshot eyes, when you say are already better than when we met, I shoot a glance at Lowen.
Yeah, Lowen's actually, when Zehkhun says that, sort of looks, well, you wouldn't see it because they've got like fully black eyes, looks away. Lowen looks tired too. Has not been really responding to Zehkhun's message, kind of like just kind of nodded or like shook his head. But when Zehkhun says that, yeah, he kind of scoffs and looks away.
You might not believe it yourselves yet, but I know you are better. And I want to come back to the city to see how we can all together still grow. And to show you I'm serious about this, I have something to give to each of you. You have to hold on to something for me. Some of my dearest possessions that I don't want to leave in the city and that I do not want to take with me into a place that is filled with vipers and liars. And Zehkhun has like this satchel on his belt, and he reaches into it and he first pulls out a very old and dirty set of hand wraps, similar to the ones that Sombra uses, but these are old and tattered and ragged. But somehow there's still this smell of lavender that's attached to them. And he gives those hand wraps over to Sombra. These once belonged to someone who, well, could have learned a thing or two from your punching skills. Can you hold on to those for me?
Sombra looks down at them and brings them a bit closer to her eyes with the wraps in both her hands. And going through her mind, Sombra's just really impressed that age and wear aside, the linen is held intact. This was really well woven. This was highly cared for. It looks like shit, but it's given way more shit than that. And Sombra sort of answers, I believe you, that you believe you need to do this. I bear no ill will for that. You'll be missed.
And I will miss you too. And if Sombra allows it, he's going to go in for a hug.
Sombra will receive and return the hug.
Briefly gives her like a good tight hug, and then pulls away and pulls the next object from his belt. And it's like this short sword with a jagged blade, and set into the hilt is a bird's skull. And he walks over to give this one to Nico. I know you don't wield these kind of weapons usually, but I think if there's anyone I would trust this to keep it safe, and to also honor the memory of the person who owned this. A memory of warmth, of strength, but also of gentleness. It's you, Nico. Will you hold on to this for me?
I will hold this for you, my brother. I will keep it safe until you return. And in Orcish, I'll say to you, that which is nameless and formless is timeless. And I'll do the handshake with our tattoos before pulling you into a hug.
Full-on handshake and hug followed by that, and Zehkhun echoes those words in Orcish, before then switching over back into Common and saying, talking about those words. And he pulls out one final item out of the bag, and it's this necklace of bones and onyx shards, and indeed engraved on one of those shards in Orcish are those words of only the nameless and formless is timeless. And with these necklace in his hands, Zehkhun walks over to Lowen. Lowen, in these past days, you have cut ties with people. You have put yourself to challenges that you were scared of, and yet you did them. You have shown me how many forms someone can take. Can you hold on to this for me?
Sure. If you trust me with that. And Zehkhun would know, like, Lowen's very stoic at the moment, but if he would have noticed that his tail moved down to wrap around his own ankle, which Zehkhun would have seen him do a million times during the play and during at the party, and they do it when they're trying to sort of like hold themselves together, or when they're trying to soothe their anxieties or whatever. And it's their one tell. Even if their face is like has a perfect like stoic mask, it's their one tell, and they'll hold their hand out for the necklace to look at it. Want me to keep it on me or somewhere safe?
Whatever you think is the best way to keep it. And never forget, Lowen, no matter how much poison they fed you when they raised you, you don't have to become that poison.
Right. I'll try and remember. You don't die out there, right? I hope you took notes, but I taught you. Laws apply there too.
I'm not entirely sure. Is it proper etiquette to insult the queen of the nation or not?
I'm hoping that is a joke question.
If Lowen allows it, Zehkhun would give them a hug as well.
Yeah, they'll allow it. I think it's one of those moments where if Zehkhun goes for a hug, they sort of first just let themselves be hugged before tentatively, slowly like returning the hug. Maybe a little bit tighter than they anticipated.
Zehkhun is even maybe a bit surprised by when the hug becomes a bit tighter, because Zehkhun tried to be a bit gentle in it, not to be too suffocating. But the moment that Lowen is also pulling in that hug, Zehkhun responds by making the hug tighter. And then he distances himself, he looks at the group. I promise I'll be back. I mean, do you think there's anything more dangerous at a court of nobles than what we just faced in these past weeks?
Me, if you break your promise.
Yeah.
I will come find you some way or the other if you die. There's ways. So don't die.
Zehkhun smiles. There's like tears in the corner of his eyes. And then he says, it's an honor to call all of you friends. And I'm proud of all of you. And when I get back, I want to hear everything about Delvehaven. I want to hear everything about that additional Pathfinder that's getting involved in this. And I'm going to tell all of you everything about the courts in Agorian.
Lowen will hold out a hand to Zehkhun as like a very formal, because this is Chiliax and Zehkhun is going to the capital, and will say in Orcish, deal.
Zehkhun smiles, shakes the hand, and then takes one last look at everyone and wanders away, back to the Pleat.
You give those nobles hell.
They're used to that. Give them something else.
Don't give them all of yourself. They don't deserve it.
As Zehkhun walks back to the Pleat, he meets up with Vilain and some random orc assistant, perhaps.
Actually, I think I'm actually going to take, if it's okay with you, Krifu, I'm going to take Baruch with me.
It's not okay with me.
No?
Baruch cannot leave.
Baruch cannot leave.
Little bolder? Come on.
No. If you asked him, he would say, oh man, that sounds really great, but I kind of have plans. I'm really needed here.
Then we're just for now taking a yet unnamed orc from the Pleat with us and see what stories he will experience.
And the three of you teleport away.
Is that because he doesn't want Baruch to die?
No, because Baruch has plans, has things going.
Yeah.
Plot armor.
Well, armor.
Baruch is a person too. He has autonomy.
Yeah,
So-
that's fair.
Yeah.
As we go back to Obergen Gate, Aelin sort of clears her throat. Well, that is unfortunate. I'm happy, of course, for Zehkhun and any opportunities that might come his way. But luckily, my colleague is coming now, and she raises a hand to wave. As Lowen and Nico look over to that person, the camera spins the opposite way and zooms in on Sombra, who feels funny. Make a will save, Sombra.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Will save?
Will
Will save?
save? This is not a disease.
25.
That feeling of funniness passes for a moment. Your eyes blink. There was a cloud on your mind.
Like Sombra literally closes her eyes and shakes her head for a second.
Then the camera goes up to the sun and fades to black.
Oh.
Bum, bum.
Suspicious. What's this? Crying or whatever?
Marcus, we're going to miss you!
Miss you, Marcus.
Yes, for our listeners, Marcus is stepping away from the podcast, but not permanently.
Better not be.
Exactly. I'm really curious to see where this is going with the rest of the group. But as Krief also mentioned, I'm stepping away temporarily, and I will be coming back at a later point to rejoin the party.
Who's gonna make the puns? As much as I don't like them, we
We
have
will have to step up in the meantime,
It's not
and
the
everyone else
same.
will have to step up to provide rule clarifications and to remind people when they can't be doing things, even GMs.
You can just text me during sessions. Just text me like, Marcus,
Yeah.
we need to know this now.
Wait, I have here a GM guide for Pathfinder. I can just quickly start making notes.
Get Marcus to sign it and imbue it with his power.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, thank you everyone. And dear listeners, we will see you in season 3.
Season
Tumble
3!
through.
Tumble 3!
Tumble through. Take a bow, Marcus. Clap, 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 clap,
Yay.
clap,
Well done,
clap, clap,
Marcus.
clap, 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 clap.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Tumble Through presents Twilight's Edge, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition actual play of the Council of Thieves adventure path, converted from Pathfinder 1st Edition. Tumble Through uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc. used under Paizo's fan content policy, paizo.com/licenses/fan content. Tumble Through is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about paizo.com and Paizo products, visit paizo.com.
It's not a goodbye forever. I want to emphasize this, right? This is not a goodbye forever.
Feels like forever right now, though.
As if all of you would say no if you could travel by teleportation around the world.
Can't believe he lied to Valindo.
Did I?
I've never traveled by an airship before. He just stepped through a door about, an hour ago.
I mean, they're not supposed to know we did that.
No, fair enough.
Yeah, no, but that is true. That is true.
That is a gaping
No.
plot hole. Where did the stars of the play go in the morning? No one saw them leave.
You could have left
Magic
in the
trick.
night. No
Through
one
the
would
shadow
have-
monsters?
Yeah,
It's
they
fine.
They weren't one of us anyway, were they?
Listen, this hook was so bananas that
Yeah.
there have to be some
Yeah.
plot
Yeah,
inconsistencies,
absolutely.
some holes.